Coming up right now, TikTok. Time might be up for one social media app. However, there is one way it actually might be saved.
Also coming up, New York City has a new round of mandatory food labels, why Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts are in the hot seats.
Ooh, a little bit later on, paging Dr. John, we've got some more on new public toilets, which actually could save you a trip to the urologist.
I can't wait to hear this one.
Yeah, all right.
Or maybe I can.
I think you might.
Daily Flash starts right now.
Get ready for trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. The fun starts right now. This is Daily Flash.
Hi everyone, I'm Andrea Jackson.
I am Mitch English, welcoming you to a Thursday Daily Flash. Very happy to have you aboard. We're going to have some fun this hour. Got trending news and entertainment. We also got Matt Doolittle who's standing by. And Matty getting ready for summer and his big honeymoon.
Yep, honeymoon's ready. The clothes are laid out. I've been told what I'm wearing, when I'm wearing, what I'm eating. It's all on the spreadsheet. The spreadsheets are getting completed. Yes, I work with my wife is very analytical, if you can tell.
If it makes,
it makes it easier. I literally just have to show up and smile.
See,
that's it.
that sounds terrific.
Yeah, no, 100%. Everything all is taken care of. Of course, it's just all, Speedos is all he's bringing out there.
Yeah,
so
and a cowboy hat.
And a cowboy
right?
hat,
Yeah.
which, we already see him wearing back there.
Okay, I found this story and I figured Matt would like it because it involves a cat.
Okay.
You know, Matt loves cats. So anyway, this lady in Salt Lake City discovered that her cat was missing. So they put up flyers everywhere. 7 days goes by. They cannot find the cat. She thinks, okay, it's gone. She gets a call from a veterinarian in California saying, I think we found your cat. And she goes, you've got to be kidding me, California. So they talk about the microchip. She verifies all the information. Come to find out, the cat jumped into an Amazon truck in Salt Lake City, got into a box, drove all the way to a California city. The Amazon worker in the warehouse opened up the box to find a cat inside. They were able to take the cat to a veterinarian who ended up finding the microchip, and the cat was returned to Salt Lake City.
And again, which shows you the importance of those microchips.
Yes.
Also, too, and that's one prime way to, I guess, get from point A to point B. Is
I see what you did there.
See what I did
Nice.
there. Return.
I am amazed, though, how quiet they can be, because we know where Kiki's spots are, but sometimes I'm like, I have no idea where he is, and then he just pops up like a magician.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the cats are very nimble, though.
Yeah.
We had a barn cat that would, anytime a truck would come or a delivery service, he would hop in that truck and
No
take
kidding,
off.
really?
Yeah.
So that could have happened?
It could have happened easily, yeah. And we would end up getting a call, hey, by the way, George is, hop the car and he's now up in Ocala. Yeah. So can we come pick up George when you've got him home?
That is awesome.
Crazy.
I
But the
love it.
microchip thing is interesting because not all microchips, it's not a nationwide service. They're all individual.
I didn't know that.
And
Oh,
if you
really?
don't continue to update certain microchips, they're a subscription service. So sometimes they will expire. So unfortunately, there isn't a national database for microchips, which you think
Never
there
knew
would
that.
be. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So maybe when you get them, make sure that you have maybe the
They're
larger
up to date
one.
and for
too.
whatever.
We got Jake, my cat, a little tracker.
You put an air tag on him?
It's an air tag, yeah.
Yeah.
And because we have one cat, he'll stay inside, and then Jake likes he will
roams.
he's an outside cat now, and but he only stays in our yard, which is
That's
nice.
good.
But I feel like I wasted the money on the air
On the
tag.
air
It's
tag.
like, hey, go run.
Don't feel bad because my bougainvillea trees now have air tags on them.
Oh, it's a good call, yeah, because
they get
if you don't know the
stolen
story,
again.
somebody stole one of Jackson's trees.
Now they're both being tracked in
Good.
case one disappears
So in
again.
case they leave. That was horrible. I'm bad puns today.
You
are, but they're great.
Let's jump into the show. A new
Yes.
law was just signed banning Chinese-owned TikTok unless it's sold within a year. It is the most serious threat yet to the video streaming app's future in the United States that intensifies America's tech war with China. Still, the law is not expected to cause any immediate disruption. The new rule stipulates that ByteDance, they actually sell its stake in the company within 1 year, 12 months. The app has been under microscopes of the national security officials in Washington because its ongoing influence over American users by the Chinese government. TikTok currently use 170 million Americans. It's about half of the country already. And I mean, I don't have my I had a TikTok. I'm like, I don't want to deal with it. But people will send me videos, and so when I go there, it'll take me to the video, and it'll want me to sign up for it every single time. So it's not like I need it. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I found interesting is that in China, TikTok is used for educational purposes for all the kids in China, kids and adults.
Makes
Where
complete
here,
sense.
it's absolute complete junk. We do Tide Pod challenges, which kills people. We videotape fights, which end up going viral because someone gets bludgeoned. I mean, it's not so. So what's created here by TikTok is completely different.
And they're just
than was it.
laughing at us. They're laughing at us
Yes.
like, we're using this for good. And look at you, what you Americans
People are
are
just
doing.
going to jump to a different platform. That's all
More
it's
than
going to
likely.
end up doing, and then it's just going to get bought and sold, and it's not going to go anywhere. And they're already saying, oh, maybe Vine will fire back up, and all these influencers
But
will
I
go
thought
back to
that
that.
ByteDance bought Vine.
They-
And that's the
It's all been
It's all
misconstrued.
been-
They've all been bought and sold to each other. Now Instagram or Meta, which
Yeah.
they're trying to get that type of those
Service.
users to come over. So
Yeah.
they're all just going to tweak it.
They're saying that Temu, you know what Temu is? It's like the
Temu,
Amazon.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
China's basically Amazon is just as bad as far as getting information.
Have you ordered anything on Temu?
I don't mind. I don't know.
We ordered a couple of things, and it's absolute junk.
No, it's completely.
It's the worst. Like they show you the picture of
80
what you
cents,
think
yeah.
you're getting, like something, and then it shows up, and you're like, "This is not what I
This is
ordered."
and it's cheaply made, and it stinks. And
It totally stinks.
It has this weird smell.
It has
to
a
like
weird smell.
chemicals.
You're right.
Yes, those things always come. They just stink like a
time.
boat.
And I don't know how they do it. They could put 52 things in one. They wrap it up somehow. I don't know how
And
they do
then
it.
you slice over the package and it
It's
grows.
like- exactly.
Yes. Well, fast food chains and coffee shops in New York City will be forced to add new warning labels to their menus following a new rule change. The city's health department wants any food or drink with more than 50 grams of added sugar to come with a warning. Food outlets with more than 15 stores will have to use an icon featuring a spoon loaded with heaps of sugar. The label will read, quote, "Eating too many added sugars can contribute to type 2 diabetes and weight gain. U.S. dietary guidelines recommend that added sugar should be less than 50 grams a day. Restaurants that ignore the law could face fines of up to $500 per violation. The new rule is expected to go into effect in June."
All right. First off, when you see a spoon and a white substance behind it, or what are you thinking? Right?
not-
Yeah.
It ain't sugar.
Nose candy?
Right? No, yeah, the devil's dandruff, man. That's what you're thinking of. Okay, do you read those? Do you look at
No,
it? Would it deter you? I mean,
I see the calorie counts. I do like that on the menus now.
Yes.
But in Europe, they do this with cigarette packs. Is all the cigarette packs have like pictures of like
Death.
death and cancer and all that stuff on the packaging when they put it out.
Yeah.
It's still not going to deter anybody from it.
I do that. I'm with you, Matt, though. The calorie boards, I do kind of think twice about ordering certain things.
do,
I was
yeah.
like, ooh, yeah, maybe not.
but it's always like, okay, do I do the 800 calorie one or the 700 calorie? And it's like 100 calories,
Yeah,
you know,
really?
and the taste is a bit.
Is it really that much? Yeah.
Yeah,
50
right. Is it worth
calories?
it? Right.
Really? Can I have the chocolate
You feel
croissant?
better if you get the less calories, but
it's true.
really, are you really doing anything good?
No.
All right, we go and stay in China, where public restrooms in that country have rolled out new high-tech urinals that actually may save you a trip to the doctor's office. The new public restrooms, they actually claim that they can do a health analysis for less than $3. Some men are brushing off privacy concerns, saying that they haven't had a health check in a while because they're a little worried about facing the doctor. They say this kind of convenience is a major benefit. Special devices claim to offer a quick and accurate test result in just 2 minutes. However, they also offer the typical disclaimer and suggest you also have to consult your physician. It's interesting to see tech do that. I mean, if it's in there, but I mean, if you're going to be doing it anyway. It seems like when I go to the dentist, even when I go to the dentist office, they want a urine test. I don't know why. That's not true. When I go to the dentist, but I can't ever go.
Yeah,
you know,
I
it's
know.
like it's under that
Yeah.
pressure.
It'd be
So
really
if you're
nice
there-
if they had toilets that did prostate exams, so you could knock that out while you're there too. So you
for
just
one?
press
A
the
BOGO?
button and yeah, there you go.
I don't know about you guys, but when it comes to this kind of tech, aren't you a little concerned about your privacy?
Yeah, I think.
Like, where does that information end up going?
Who's seeing? Well, I would imagine you would have to type in your name or whatever. But if it's anonymous, somewhat, I mean, you're peeing in it, and then 2 minutes later, and if I don't have to type in any kind of information, it's a good way to look at it.
Yeah.
Of course, if it's burning when you do it, maybe there's already a problem.
It's a problem that you should have gone to see your doctor in the
So
first place.
yeah, so think about that as well. I don't feel too much of a concern out
No?
of that sort of thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm certain, like, if somebody knew something about me medically, I don't really know how that would really.
I don't know, it would affect you.
Yeah. What about you?
I don't.
You
I
freak
think
out?
in China it's a whole different story because they have that social credit score, right? So
That's
if
right.
you're using a urinal that will diagnose your health and it's less than perfect,
That's a good point.
does that affect in China your social health score or your social score? I guess.
Very interesting. Good way to say it. I didn't even think about that. So weird.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we got more Flash coming your way. By the way, if you ever want to check out our site, it's open and ready and running for you. Just go to dailyflashshow.com. There you'll find all the things we talked about here on the show, plus links and so much more. Dailyflashshow.com. We got more trending news and entertainment heading your way right here. Don't go. Hey, welcome back to Daily Flash. I'm Mitch English. This is one of my favorite times of the week. We're talking about parenthood. And it's really easy for parents to think of play as just a way for kids to burn off energy, but studies consistently show the positive impact of play on cognitive, emotional, and even social skills. So joining us right now, we got to get our expert. We have our parenting expert, Catherine Sellery. Hello, Catherine.
Hey, how are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you on the other side of Earth right now, but yet your
That's
advice and the things you tell us are right where it needs to be. How is Hong Kong, by the way?
Oh, we're just having a blast. Just having a wonderful time.
All right, why don't you bring me back some kind of souvenir? But in the meantime, we need to talk about getting kids out and getting them to play. And we're talking specifically about structured play because really it's essential for kids of all ages, regardless of whatever limitation they might have. Let's talk about sports. How important is sports of any sort really for a child's development?
Sure. So, maybe you used to play with your kids all the time when they were little and you can't keep up anymore. And
right.
That's okay, right? That's okay. Sports are a great way for kids to exercise, have fun, make friends, develop key life skills. And it's good for them, not just physically, but mentally too. So you get to show up now and just cheer them on, whether they win or lose. Because few of our kids are going to be professional athletes. Yet
Right.
learning a sport opens up doors to connection throughout their life, whether it's basketball or swimming, golf, hockey, tennis, soccer, volleyball, horseback riding, whatever they choose. It provides a social currency. So becoming competent at any sport is going to bring that sense of mastery and joy, and it's an avenue for socializing.
Oh.
But it's not without its challenges either. So kids can get discouraged seeing others excel faster than them, and peers can be unkind, like any of the other arenas that kids are in. So there is some temporary discomfort. It's not pleasant or fun. And if they happen to experience some of the tough stuff, it also provides an opportunity to practice assertiveness, which then builds self-confidence that they stood up for themselves. And it's an opportunity for kids to master the art of what other people say about me, what other people think about me is none of my business.
And what do you say to a kid? How do you know the difference when they go, I just don't like it, I don't want to do it, and they're really not interested, or is it because they're not doing well, or they're not feeling that success? Do you force them to kind of like, hey, work through this, or you're going to regret it if you drop? I mean, what do you say to them? Especially to like a 9-year-old.
Yes. Well, usually I always read for what's behind the wanting to quit.
Okay.
Because wanting to quit is almost always a solution to getting out of something that's uncomfortable.
That makes
And
sense.
so listen for the underlying, recognize the I want to quit as a symptom, not the real issue.
All right, so rugby is a very contact sport. In my family growing up, family game night was contact sport. How important? Not necessarily, but how about family game night? Is something like that important as well? I mean, do they kind of learn the same values?
So great. Yeah, so family game night is an exceptional time for bonding and building memories. And maybe like you recall from your own upbringing. Or maybe there are people out in the audience who didn't have that and they're the ones starting the tradition. It doesn't matter, whatever the case is. So whether you're learning something new or you play the same games over and over and over again. In our family, we do Uno Spin, Rumacub, card games, heart, spades, gin rummy, favorites. We play them over and over again. And game night is a perfect way for us to build the family time, build the bonds, have relaxed and fun, experiences together. But again, with little kids and sometimes older kids, it may be hard to enjoy a game when they aren't winning.
Okay. All right,
So set up game night beforehand.
Okay.
By talking about the big feelings that may start arising when they start losing. And you can also say, and what are the feelings that arise when you're winning? So they can begin to go, yeah, I have different feelings arising under different circumstances. And then talk about it in advance. How's everybody want to proceed if those big feelings start arising and it's not fun anymore?
And it turns into a contact sport like my family. Okay, I'm glad you brought this up because do you let your kid win? You know, I mean, it seems like there's an age where it's like, Dad let me win, and they don't feel as accomplished. I mean, I always wanted to know about that. What's your thoughts?
Well, I think it does really depend on the age of the child.
Okay.
And so when you have younger children, you know, it can be such, I mean, come on, the playing field is not even. It's a little bit like a handicap in golf.
Right.
You know, if the playing field isn't even, then, you know, you get the handicap. So it's a little bit like that.
Okay.
And I think it's hard for children to constantly be losing when the field isn't even.
Okay.
And so, yeah, I think it's okay to fudge a little bit with our children and give them the chance to feel like they're learning without always having to be with somebody who might be a master.
I think you're right. That's basically how I describe working with Andrea. I mean, the whole time. I mean, it's like, will I ever win? You also say it's pretty important not to intervene and actually let the child take the lead. Explain that.
Yeah. So in the world of unstructured play, because we've been talking about the structured stuff, but in the world of unstructured play, self-directed play is essential for little kids to develop healthy inside. We want them to become more and more adventurous. So language skills, thinking skills, problem-solving ability, improving their motor skills, all of this they can learn in an unstructured play environment. And it builds self-confidence. So too much adult interference, you know, in playtime for little kids can stifle emerging self-regulation skills. So when they're allowed to take the lead in play, it builds self-regulation skills. It creates more independence. That helps them feel more confident. It's just all really good stuff. So follow their lead. Let them choose a game if they want to play it. Don't intervene if you can possibly, unless it's absolutely necessary. Just let them be.
Let them be a kid.
Their approach to an activity may be different, you know? Let them do what they want to do. Just because it's different doesn't mean it's wrong.
Catherine, that's our time here. But of course, we want people at home to be able to check out freeparentingbook.com. Catherine Sellery, thanks for joining us. Daily Flash, I'm Mitch English. Time for us to check in with Tony Toscano to find out what's coming out of Hollywood and straight to your screen no matter what size you're going to watch it on. Tony actually sat down with the stars of the big movie out this week, The Fall Guy. With the latest, here's Tony!
Hitting theaters this Friday is the action comedy film The Fall Guy. It's based on the 1981 TV series and stars Emily Blunt and Ryan Gosling.
In 3, 2, 1, action.
So good.
Oh, good.
Shot to the heart, and you're too late, darling. You give love a bad name.
Anyone but him. I didn't approve him. You know that. You are literally the last person on earth I want to see.
In the film, a down-and-out stuntman must find the missing star of his ex-girlfriend's blockbuster film. I chatted with the cast for these exclusive interviews.
I was a huge fan of the original and all of like Glenn Larson's shows. Like, you know, I'm a child of the 80s, so there's part of that, the prolific canon of his work in my DNA as I tell stories. But I look at the original show and there's a lot that we connect on, you know? There's a big beating heart in the middle of this thing, and there's a surrogate family of people around Colt Sievers, and then there's just this love for his job and this unusual set of skills that he has that he can use to apply to the real dangers in the world. And so I'm glad. I hope we could have made Glenn proud, and I hope Lee's proud, and I'm excited.
It being about the stunt community that also unfolded. It's one of those things where the experience also taught us what the movie was about. So I believe that was also, we realized that as we went along because this movie is about the stunt community, but how much it matters, we all got to understand it experientially.
Your character is Gail. Is this based on someone that actually you know?
Well, ish. I mean, ish. The broader strokes are actually based on a producer that I've worked with in London who's a male, but the look was very much our very own beloved Kelly McCormick on Fall Guy. And she didn't quite realize how much I was kind of secret squirrel looking at her from behind a hedge here and there, just trying to get everything going, the layers and the jackets and the sneakers and all the rest of it. But I suddenly realized that I was drifting quite a lot into looking like Slash at one point.
I mean, assistants rule the world, and that is, they rule, they are the turtle shell. I've never used this metaphor in my life. They are the turtle shell of Hollywood. I don't know. But they know a lot of secrets, and they are definitely very unsung heroes.
I like that journey I went on.
Yeah,
It was
turtle
visual.
shell,
Yeah.
you know, all the way down. But yeah, assistants, they truly are the backbone of this industry.
Their contribution to cinema and to what gives us that effervescent rush and wonder when you watch a movie is down to them, like risking life and limb to make actors look really cool, but also to give audiences that injection of excitement into their veins. And they're so skilled, they're so talented, they're selfless, they're humble. And I'm so thrilled to be a part of this love letter to what they do.
This is my third time playing a stunt person, but it's my first time that you really get to sort of delve into what their life is like and just really put the spotlight on them. You know, they do all the stuff that makes heroes in films, and yet they are uncredited and they sort of hide in the shadows.
And Emily, I have to tell you, in my playlist, I have your version of Wild Mountain Time. I play it all the time.
You do not.
I do.
My ringtone.
You do not,
Wild Mountain is my
Tony.
ringtone.
I do, my old friend. I do.
God bless you. I think you and my mom have seen that movie, but I appreciate it. That's
Well, you were great in it. You're great in everything, both of you.
God bless you.
Can I get that on iTunes, Tony?
I hope
had to-
not.
Where did
I
you
had
get
to
that, Tony?
find
On iTunes?
I had to find it, literally.
Oh, you had to find it.
Tony.
The Fall Guy is a love letter to the stunt players who have thrilled us with their death-defying stunt work over the years. Terrifically filmed and full of action, comedy, and romance, The Fall Guy is a must-see film, well worth seeing on the biggest screen possible. Again, it hits theaters Friday. It gets an A and is rated PG-13. For the Daily Flash, I'm film critic Tony Toscano.
And we want to thank our friends, of course. Check it out. Look at it. We got some. Now, I don't know if you knew, but Matt was in L.A. He did acting, did some stunts on as well, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Matt's some stunts.
I was a cop 3 times.
He's taught me a few things. You guys want to see a stunt that
Yes.
actually? Well, we can do it here.
Our own
It's
Fall Guy.
Okay, so this is actually, we've been working on this. Here we go. Check this out. It is me jumping over a car. You ready?
Daily Flash stunt
ready.
team.
Daily Flash stuff. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Woo! It was as if it was there, right?
Congratulations. Job well done. Job well done.
No, you did a great job.
Thank you.
Head to our website, dailyflashshow.com.
This is Daily Flash with your hosts, Andrea Jackson and Mitch English. Trending news and entertainment. This is Daily Flash.
Hi, everyone. I'm Andrea Jackson.
I'm Mitch English, welcoming you to Daily Flash. We got trending news and entertainment. When I read this story I'm going to share with you, I never like putting our police officers in a bad light, but
Yes.
just like any business, you got
'Cause your
some
son
people.
is a police
My son is
officer.
a police officer, and so I have a deep respect for him. But when I hear this story, I just kind of wonder. Some people just you need to go and just take it down just by a few notches. 13-year-old girl out in Wyoming. She's a Girl Scout. She's selling her Girl Scout cookies at the end of her driveway.
I know where this is going.
At the end of her driveway, she's sitting there and selling them, and she's trying to raise $350 for a summer camp. Well, as she's out there selling the cookies, a police car comes by. Now, it's not police car. It says animal control on the side of it, right?
Okay.
And so now they're still police officers.
Yes, yes.
So goes up to the little girl, 13 years old, and said, "Hey, you're blocking the sidewalk. You can't do that." All right. And so she's like, "Okay."
She's in her
whatever.
driveway.
In her own driveway, but you know how like you have the driveway and then the sidewalk.
Sure, sure.
So he goes, you're gonna have to shut this down. And so the little girl's like, okay. And then grandma, they're shutting us down. So she goes out and does it again and is kind of closer to the driveway part. Well, the animal control person comes back by again and gives her not 1, 2, but 3 fines for blocking the sidewalk.
Come on.
Coming up to $400 for this girl.
Which exceeds what she's trying to make for the cookie
100%.
sales. Oh, good
So
night.
they go, this is not going to happen. They hire a lawyer. They can only get 2 of the charges dropped. Still had to pay $150 and a lawyer as well. And this girl was just trying to raise money, basically just for her to go to summer camp. So hopefully, maybe she'll learn law enforcement or whatever. I understand. Okay. Do you really think that putting it is, a lot of times you can go around them. It's not like you're really blocking it. And it's the letter of the law and the spirit of the law, 2 different things. And it
Yes.
sounds like if you're driving around an animal control vehicle and you want to be a cop, here's the craziest thing. They stood by him on that one. They go, no, you're going to have to pay the $150. The city said, we're not going to let you off on that.
That's bad on the city, though.
100%.
That's
yes.
back in the community. But it's going to turn into where she's going to end up like $5,000 in donations from everybody.
Exactly.
Get the story out there. But
Yeah.
it's still horrible.
The pendulum swings the opposite way in cases like
Yeah,
that.
I
Let's
think
hope,
so.
but that's ridiculous.
It's sad like that. Okay, if I go, look, I'll buy some cookies for you, but you're going to have to move this for it. Maybe that's it.
There you go.
And, yeah, she's going to be, for the rest of her life, she's going to be having.
Will she have a
she'll have
criminal record?
Yeah, because of that. So think that much.
That will go down on your permanent
record. I was so
record.
scared of that growing up. A financial advice website celebrating May the 4th by paying someone $1,000 to watch all 9 movies in the series. They want a first-timer to the Force, however.
So you guys are out.
Yeah, I'm out. A true young Jedi to rate and evaluate the saga from an outsider's perspective. The website said the chosen candidate will watch each episode in the release order. The Star Wars side hustle pays, as mentioned, $1,000 plus $100 towards the cost of streaming all of the movies. You must also go see Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, in theaters for its upcoming 25th anniversary re-release. Applications are being accepted on the website through the end of business. Course, May 4th. So keep that in mind. When you go back and watch, and I'm going to make some people upset probably when I'm saying this.
The nerds will fight you.
The nerds will always say, I don't think George Lucas is that great of a director. If you ever watch some of these.
And I think he would probably admit it too.
I watched American Graffiti the other day.
Yes.
And that's not like it was a fun movie, but it was like kind of crappily made. It wasn't like shot well or whatever. But I'm a big Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
And my favorite part is like when they engage and they're using a television. What's it called, Jimmy?
Remote control?
Slider. No,
Slider.
You know that little knob they have on every control board?
Yes.
That's all it is. It's
a switcher.
Switcher. Thank you. Kind of like the
Switcher
Zero
lever.
bar we had up in. Remember?
Yes.
That's basically what it is. So, and I get it. The studio didn't want him to do this. He was smart enough. I'm not saying he's not a smart guy. And Howard the Duck.
Look. George Lucas,
am I right?
The ideas were fantastic.
Yes.
The execution, that was why Disney went, hi, George. Here's $5 billion. We're going to go do the thing. Bye.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye, Jar Jar Binks. Bye-bye.
Yeah, he's the one.
Exactly.
He's the guy that brought us Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah, but here's the thing. The guy's laughing all the way to the bank.
Yeah.
He don't care. I mean.
Yeah. He did bring us Industrial Light and Magic.
He
so
did,
I guess we can do
ILM.
that. All right, we got more Flash coming up after this.
Attention Daily Flash fans. Ever dreamt of being part of the action? Now's your chance. Join our exclusive virtual audience and experience the show like never before. Get a special credit on the show, interact with our fabulous hosts, chat with producers, and guess what? Some lucky participants might even find themselves on a massive billboard in iconic locations like New York's Times Square, Los Angeles' Sunset Strip, Miami, or Atlanta. Don't miss out on this electrifying opportunity. Sign up now by heading over to Blyzeal.com and be a star with the Daily Flash virtual audience.
Welcome back to Daily Flash, and today to make our Mother's Day celebration extra special, we welcome iconic TV personality Alfonso Ribeiro. Alfonso hosts America's Funniest Home Videos and Dancing with the Stars, which he won as a contestant, and you may recall him in his iconic character as Carlton on the sitcom The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Well, he and Bob Evans recently launched a nationwide search for the next Bob Evans spokesperson, and he also has some easy, timely tips to share for Mother's Day entertaining. Welcome, Alfonso.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
How do you manage to bring out the fun in absolutely everything you do?
You know, for me, it's always about living life and enjoying time. You know, I'm lucky enough to have had some pretty funny shows on the air with Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and America's Funniest Home Videos. And so I just try to have a great time and enjoy myself with whatever I'm doing. And I'm lucky enough to have great TV shows to provide some comedy for you guys also.
What can you tell us about the nationwide spokesperson search?
Well, we're searching for kitchen-savvy people with a passion for mealtime hacks and shortcuts. We want people to send in their best hacks to bobevansgrocery.com between now and May 24th. And one person is going to earn $35,000 and complimentary Bob Evans products. They also get to replace me as a spokesperson. So, you know, we want to see people that have great kitchen hacks, but also have a lot of personality and a lot of fun. They might have to do some social media posts and some things for Bob Evans Grocery. So we want to see, we want people to send in their best kitchen hacks.
What's a simple way to make a Mother's Day meal special?
Well, I think, you know, the easiest thing, obviously, is that Bob Evans ready-to-heat dinner sides and breakfast products provide a perfect blank canvas to add variety to any meal, right? We've got the macaroni and cheese here with ham and peas. We've got, you know, mashed potatoes with bacon and chives, and these are easy. You know, it's a blank canvas, right? So Bob Evans gives you the blank canvas. You get to add whatever variety you want to your meals. And the perfect reality is that what we want is we want to give moms more time to spend time with the family. These are ready in 10 minutes, so you can get everything done, all your sides done, and be able to spend more time with mom.
Can you share some go-to signature dish ideas?
I think, you know, a little bit more of the same, right? I'm enjoying what I'm doing with America's Funniest Home Videos, with Dancing with the Stars. I also have an ABC Saturday morning show called Jack Hanna's Passport that is on right now also. And so I'm getting to enjoy the work, but I'm also getting to enjoy some family time. I love being with the kids, taking them on incredible trips and spending time and being there, right? It's in life, if we can spend more time with our family members, that's what makes everything special. That's why I'm also teaming up with Bob Evans for Mother's Day. We want people to be able to spend more time with their family.
Awesome. And where can we go for more info?
You can go to bobevansgrocery.com. You'll find all the information you need right there.
Thanks, Alfonso, and we'll be sure to have that on our website at dailyflashshow.com.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, you know, we love when you check out our website. It makes us happy. It makes the cyber people inside of it just want, hey, you're here. We love it. So you need to do it. You need to go check it out. All you have to do is go to dailyflashshow.com.
Look at that right there.
Isn't that neat? It's there
nice?
anytime you like. You can, I'm sure Matt will have pictures of his cats up there.
I hope so.
Anything that we talk about on the
Cats
show,
and shoes.
you're able to check it out there. The website, dailyflashshow.com. Check it out anytime. Let's jump into Daily Flash Deals, where we share some great finds at exclusive prices. And if you want to start shopping right now, scan the QR code. It's on your screen, or just visit dailyflash.com. Lifestyle expert Elise Ivy joins us with the details for my close-up and a cameraman that's always by my side.
That's right. Now, how many times have we missed life's important events like a graduation because you're there and you're trying to record it instead of being fully immersed in the moment?
It's happened to all of us.
It's happened to all of us. Well, now you can set that aside because we have Pivo, which is your virtual cameraman. This is actually an AI robot that connects to your phone via an app. And like any good cameraman, will actually follow you and follow the action.
I love it.
We have your setup
Right, so-
to follow you. It has facial recognition, so
Right.
it knows who Mitch is, and now it's following him around the studio. I love it.
no.
I love it. Mitch, you are born to be
Thank you.
a content creator. So it will actually follow Mitch 360 degrees. He can walk
Wow.
around the entire studio. Absolutely incredible, right?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so think about this. Who is it right for? Obviously, content creators. You can film and you can share with just a click of a button right through the app. It'll go to all your social media channels. What about family vacations? Maybe you're going on a beach vacation this year and you want the whole family to be in the videos, be in the pictures. Now that can happen because how many times did mom or dad get left out,
I'm always
right?
left
You're
out.
the one that's left out.
For some reason, I'm the camera guy. I'm always. So no
For
pictures of
some
me.
reason, huh? But you need to be on the camera.
Yeah,
of
thank
course.
you.
That's
I've been
right.
saying
That's
that for
right. So, what about it at your kids' soccer games or gymnastics meets? You want to be there. You want to be in the action.
Certainly.
You want to be cheering for them, running up and down the sidelines. You don't want to have to follow them along with your camera.
No.
Now your Pivo can do that for you as the virtual cameraman. Now you're going to love this one. This is huge in the equestrian world because Pivo can actually follow your horse, it can follow your pet, it can follow your dog as well.
I've always wanted something like this because I don't have an extra person there with the camera, so this is fantastic.
And now you can make a highlight reel. You could actually critique yourself to do better next time.
Easy setup,
That's
traveling
right.
as well.
Easy setup. You've got an option here to pick up the Pivo with the accessories. You've got the travel case. You've got the remote, and of course the stand. Or you could pick up just the Pivo itself.
And the deal too.
45% off today. Major.
I'm going to go back to dancing. Tell folks how they can get 45%
At least
off.
thank you to take advantage of this deal. Scan the QR code right there on your screen or head to dailyflash.com.
Last year, more than 80,000 children in India were affected by clubfoot, with the majority unable to afford medical attention. It's inspired a new campaign called Fit My Feet to help find a solution. Here's more.
Found on almost every street corner, cobblers known as moshis have a long-standing tradition of creating custom-made footwear using locally available materials. Fit My Feet leverages the cobbler's expertise and provides kits and training to enable them to create specialized footwear for people with clubfoot.
शेवटी मटेरियलमुळे आम्ही काही करू शकत नव्हतो पण आता फिट बाय फिटने जे मटेरियल दिलं ना त्याच्यावर मी किती चपला बनवून दिला आणि ते माझ्या समोरून ते चपला घालून जाताना ते काट्यात दगडात एवढा आनंद भेटतो ना मानसिक समाधान एवढं भलं आहे ना कारण की चांगले कामाचं काहीतरी पुन्हाही म्हणून मनात चांगलं बी वाटतं.
हाँ ये विकलांग लोग जो ना इसका चप्पल बना के आराम से पहन सकते हैं और चल सकते हैं कोई दिक्कत नहीं होगी.
जो क्लब फुट है उनके पैर का आकार अलग अलग होता है तो वो आकार की चप्पल मिलना बहुत मुश्किल होता है.
आई वडिलांनी चप्पल शोधण्याचा तर प्रयत्न केला पण अशी चप्पल कुठेच नाही मिळाली माझ्या शेपची.
आणि घ्यायचं झालं तर मला ह्या मोठ्या पायाच्या मापात घ्यायला लागते तर ती ढिल्ली बसते कुठं चालताना त्रास होतो कधी चप्पलच निघते कधी म्हणजे नाही म्हणजे कम्फर्टेबलच नसते.
By providing wall art branding for each cobbler, the campaign helps them advertise their services without the need for any additional resources. Clubfoot is a condition that affects people worldwide. So with a design available through a cloud-based microsite, mobility, stability, and dignity can be available to all.
Well, current mental health challenges among young adults, especially college-age students, have actually reached new heights. The JED Foundation is offering a unique approach with suicide prevention and mental health in higher education. Here's more.
A new report from the JED Foundation reveals students at schools that completed the JED campus program are 25% less likely to attempt suicide, have improved average anxiety and depression scores, and are more likely to graduate. Dr. Michelle Mullen, JED's Senior Vice President and Chief Design and Impact Officer, explains.
We are well aware that young people are struggling with emotional health, but we found that schools that completed our JED campus program saw statistically significant improvements in student mental health.
The JED Campus Technical Assistance Program has partnered with more than 440 colleges and universities, representing 5.6 million students.
Our study analyzed 10 years of data and found that campus communities are making positive strides to benefit the mental health and well-being of students. The increased focus on emotional health is making campuses safer and providing students with the help they need.
To learn more, visit jedfoundation.org/CIR 2024.
2024 is gearing up to be a big year for Major League Soccer. Here's what you should know.
Major League Soccer is gaining traction in the United States and beyond. Diego Valeri, a leading broadcaster for MLS Season Pass on Apple TV, has more on what lies ahead in the 2024 season.
The 2023 MLS season was unforgettable, highlighted by the arrival of global icon Lionel Messi. but the 2024 season will be even better. Season ticket sales have surged by 15% compared to last year, and the LAFC versus LA Galaxy game in July is expected to surpass last year's attendance record.
Last season also saw the launch of MLS Season Pass, a subscription service available on Apple TV, bringing the league to its largest global audience ever.
MLS Season Pass provides fans with access to every live regular season match, the playoff, Leagues Cup, and more. Plus, subscribers get exclusive on-demand content. Apple also recently launched the Apple Sports app, available for iPhone and free in the App Store.
Learn more at mlssoccer.com/season-pass.
There's much more trending news and entertainment heading your way, but first let's check in with our friends at the Daily Buzz right here on Daily Flash.
$1 doesn't buy you a lot these days, but today, on Scoop of Thanks Day, it's an investment in your future.
Guests can come out to any of our Culver's locations and donate $1 to support Future of Agriculture. They'll receive a scoop of fresh frozen custard that's chocolate, vanilla, or our exclusive one-day-only flavor of the day, How Now Brown Cow.
You'll be helping ensure future farmers can continue feeding us for many years to come in the face of both climate change and a booming population.
The Thank You Farmer Project started in 2013, and this was a way for us to support farmers and ranchers and make sure that we could ensure the future of agriculture through empowered and educated agricultural leaders. And we really do this by supporting local FFA chapters in the communities where our restaurants call home.
To find a location near you, visit culvers.com.
Follow the Daily Buzz on social media.
Welcome back to Daily Flash. A comedian who is co-parenting his autistic son is faced with crucial decisions about their future, so he decides to go on a life-changing cross-country road trip. This is today's must-watch movie, Ezra.
My man Ezra, flying without a net so that he could order himself a...
ice cream, please.
The doctor who first told me my son was autistic could have saved us both a lot of time if he just said the truth. Autistic kids don't give a... They don't. You want me to put him in a special needs school? Jenna knows I'm broke.
She knows you're still not over her. The man your age shouldn't be living with his father.
He led 20 kids onto Washington Street.
Your son has been a danger to himself. He's not dangerous. He's a challenge. Nobody wants to do the work.
Now I see where the dangerous behavior comes from.
Son of a...
You want to do something for your son? You get yourself to L.A. Jimmy Kimmel wants to book you.
What?
They're not going to fly you. Is that going to be a problem?
No.
Hey, what did you do?
Ezra, get in the car. I need to get him away from here.
Stop taking the car.
You're making a mistake. Pop.
All I ever wanted was just to protect our boy.
Well, I'm protecting him now.
Give your Uncle Nicky a hug, huh? Come on, come here.
Hey, where you going, kid?
You know, the word autism comes from the Greek, in your own world. I don't want him in his own world. I want him in this world. That kid is the one thing that I can't get wrong.
Just look him in the eye. Looking a horse in the eye is like sharing your soul.
Where the hell are you?
Taking a little time off with Ez.
It's not a good time to take off, Max.
You're fighting for something. You might have to suffer consequences, but it's worth it because you did it. Because you love your kid.
A dad's job is to take his son down the field. And if he gets tackled, all that dad wants is for that kid to pick up the ball and to take it the rest of the way.
Wow, what a cast, right? That is very good. Now, if you want to see something better, there's a band called Better Than Ezra. If you want.
Yes, you're right.
Sorry I had to leave you with that bad joke. Say bye. Get me out of
Bye.
this.
Be good, everybody. We'll see you later.